Hello, welcome to Evaluating Expressions Part 2. The first part of this video is Mrs. Tiglis showing you the answers to E, F, and G that you completed in Part 1 on your note check. Check your answers and see how well you did, and then continue the video and take the final note check.
Minus 5. So I'm going to show all of my steps here. I'm going to do 2. This problem tells us that D is equal to 12 minus 5. 2 times 12 is 24. Minus 5 would be 19. So for letter E, you should have got 19. Again, showing all of those steps right there. Next, I just want to have a little bit more space, so I'm going to erase this. You guys could show your steps in some other areas so that your teacher is able to see what you did. Okay, let's take a look at letter F now. This says 50 minus 3D. Again, D is going to be equal to 12. So we're going to do 50 minus 3. Where we see the D, we substitute in the number 12. We get 50 minus 12. Remember, order of operations, we have to multiply first. So 12 times 3 is going to be 36. And then sorry about that. Okay, and then 50 minus 36 is going to be equal to 14. Again, you can go ahead and write that vertically to show your work if that's harder for you to do in your head. Okay, so for F, you should have gotten 14. Okay, and finally G. I'm going to actually do problem G over here in the workspace. And here for G it says 9e squared. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do, I leave my 9. Where I see the E, I'm going to substitute in the value of 1/3. And this is going to be squared, okay, or to the second power. If I start with just this part of the problem, because again, order of operations tells us we need to do exponents before we multiply, we're going to do 1/3 times 1/3, which would give us 1/9. Okay, so again, that's just this part of the problem, is 1/9. Now we need to take that and we need to multiply 9 by it. So we get 9 over 1 times 1 over 9. Cross simplifying tells us that we can cancel those out. We get 1 over 1, which is equal to 1. Okay? So for letter G, you should have gotten 1. Hopefully you guys are getting these right. If you still feel confused, make sure you talk to your teacher or talk to somebody in your group before moving on to the next step. Okay, if we go to the next page, there's just one more problem that I wanted to take a look at. And this is more of like a real world link. And I like how this problem ends up because I don't want anyone to get confused with the fractions again. So let's go ahead and look at number 7. Khalil is wrapping a gift for his brother's birthday. The box has side lengths that are a 1/2 foot. So again, they draw a picture right here for us. Okay, so it's like a cube, and each side is a 1/2 foot. Use the expression 6s squared, where s represents the length of a side, to find the surface area of the box he's wrapping. Write your answer in square feet. Now, surface area means the area of all of the sides of the box added together. Okay, so again, the surface area would be, it's kind of hard to show on here, but it would be like the top of the box, the front of the box, each of the sides of the box, and the back of the box, and the bottom of the box. So if we found the area of all of those and added them all together, that's what surface area means. Okay, but we're going to use this expression here, 6s squared. So just like we've done in the past, we're going to do, where we see the s, we need to substitute in the value of 1/2. And again, we're getting the 1/2 because that represents the length of the side. And it says right here in the picture and in the problem that each side is a 1/2 foot. Then we have to square that, okay, which means multiply it by itself. So in case anyone is still getting confused on the math right there, let's take a look at just that part and how they got the 1/4. Okay, because we always have to do that exponent first. 1/2 squared means 1/2 times 1/2, and 1/2 times 1/2 is going to be equal to 1/4. Okay, so that's where they got that 1/4 right there. Now we're going to do 6 times 1/4. Okay, now this is the part that I'm worried that you guys are going to get confused on. Although maybe I shouldn't be worried. You guys have been doing amazing at this. Let me get a little more space here. And let's talk about this quickly. Sorry, I should have grabbed a bigger eraser, I guess. All right, so now our problem is 6 times 1/4. We can write the 6 with a 1 underneath it without changing the value. We're looking to cross simplify as always. 2 goes into both 6 and 4, so 4 becomes a 2, 6 becomes a 3. If we multiply straight across, 3 times 1 is 3, right here, and 1 times 2 is 2. Okay, now 3 over 2 feet squared, sorry, and that, not to be confused, this means square feet. Our units are squared, not the number squared. But 3 over 2 doesn't make a lot of sense to us in this problem. So what we want to do is, since this is an improper fraction, we want to go ahead and write it as a mixed number. Again, something that you guys also know, but we're putting a lot of your prior knowledge together here. So instead of leaving this as 3 over 2, we're going to see how many times is 2 going to 3. That's a 1 with 1 left over. So we would get 1 1/2 square feet. Okay, which is exactly what they show in this problem, but I wanted to make sure you understood that one. Okay, now if you want to get a little bit more, do a little bit more work, there are some more guided practice problems here, but I'm not going to require that that be done, okay? Since this is just our notes, you're going to get some more of that practice in your C step. So hopefully you guys are feeling pretty good about this. It's really not that bad. The thing that I see students struggle with the most is they try to do everything in their head, okay? So the thing I want you to remember and make sure that you do is that you show what you are substituting in for every variable. I promise you're going to have to redo it if you don't show your steps, okay? The other thing I see students sometimes get confused on is when there's an exponent involved, okay? In this case, it says 3r squared. So the value of r is the only thing that you multiply by itself. So again, this one said 1/6. Here I am saying we don't have to do these, and then I'm showing you one, but I just want to make sure you understand. This means 3 times 1/6 times 1/6, okay? If the problem would be written like this, and the whole entire thing, the 3 and the r, is in parentheses, then you would figure out first, again, this goes back to order of operations, we have to do what's inside the parentheses first, then we would evaluate the 3 times r part, and then multiply that number by itself to square it, okay? But the problems that we've mainly been given here, whenever the exponent is right next to the variable like that, the only thing that you're taking to the second power is the value of that variable. Okay, great job guys. Go ahead and make sure you complete the note check, and any questions, make sure you get help. All right, have a great day.